Our Wedding Night. This movie is on Stanford Film TV 24/7. A recap of this movie talks about a young lady who gave up her kidney for this man, and because of that, the man decided to marry her. Actually, also ended up falling in love with her in the process. After the marriage, you know, doing what couples do became a problem for them because the woman did not allow this man to have his way with her. This was a big issue. What then happened? The man has to go outside and satisfy himself. Our Wedding Night. This is what this movie is about. But there's a big twist, which I'm going to tell you as I review this movie. What I like about this movie, this storyline is so interesting, very fun, very comic relief. Acting was good. Guys, you have to watch this movie. Basically, Our Wedding Night, you have to watch. If you haven't seen it, you are missing out, guys. You are truly missing out. Storyline was interesting in the way that it had a big twist, which I did not see coming, and that is how amazing and sweet this movie is. So yeah, storyline was really interesting. I enjoyed it. Then we talk about the characters. Nosa Rex is going to give you a comic character, no two ways about that, and this was an example of it. He was actually serious. He wasn't really trying to be funny, but he was very funny in the movie per what he did here. I enjoyed his character so much. Acting was on point. When he needed to be serious, he was actually serious, especially scenes where he was dying. They gave us a throwback. He was dying and stuff like that. He was really serious, and he was a loving boyfriend, friend slash husband. Everything throughout, he was that, and that was something that I really like about this movie. Then we talk about Blessing Obasi. She's an amazing producer and an amazing actress as well. So I did not even expect that she would be acting this movie with Nosa. That should tell you how small this YouTube Nollywood is. I'm like, oh wow, this is amazing. So she acted as Nosa's friend slash wife. Blessing Obasi was interesting for me in this movie. She she's very chubby. She is really chubby. I was wondering if this movie is actually recent, or they shot movie years ago, or they shot it months ago. I don't know, because in her recent movie on her own channel, she looks a little bit slimmer. Here she was very chubby. I'm like, is this movie recent, or when did they shoot this movie? Anywho, I just digress. But what I'm saying is that she was really interesting in her character. She was playing the innocent girl who was there for her friend when needed, and that was the character I was really surprised to see her act. The innocent part of her was interesting to watch. I really enjoyed her character so much, and she also had a little bit of comic in her character. I like that a lot. Next thing I like about this movie is cinematography. I really like the cinematography for this movie. Crystal clear, and then the sharpness was on point. This brings me to how the picture quality is good. I think the camera did justice because of the quality of the picture quality. Basically, I like the picture quality of this movie. This brings me to location. It's another thing I like about this movie. Location, hospital, mechanic, houses, outdoor shoot, you name it. They had everything of that little pieces, this element in this movie. So yeah, the mechanic scenes were so interesting. He was a mechanic, so I was expecting to see a mechanic shop. So when I saw it, I'm like, tick. He was very sick. I expected to see a hospital scene. He was on, and the hospital was really good. It's not just the bed, the hospital bed sheet or whatnot. We saw the ambience of the hospital was really good, and then the hospital room was also very, very good. It's speaking hospital to be precise, and I like that about this movie. And then their house, Nosa's house, Nosa's room, the compound house, like yeah, location for me was okay. I like it. And then next thing I like about this movie is costume. This movie is actually ticking everything that I like. I'm surprised. Yeah, costume was good for me. I think I like the costume for this movie. Pair, they were not rich, they were not poor. It was good in a way because Blessing Obasi was looking funny. I think that's where the comic part comes in, because she's supposed to be a little bit good looking in terms of costume, but she wasn't looking that, because she wasn't that poor. Neither was it that rich. So I expected more good looking costume from her, which I did not get. So her costume was looking like a village girl. I mean, she was a village girl. She wasn't really educated in this movie. And looking at that, the way she was speaking was so interesting. Her costume was funny. Watching her, so I think the costume made her look like a comic character, which is something that was interesting to see. And then Nosa, his costume was good. When he was in the hospital, the costume, you could see that, yeah, he was sick, kidney transplant and things like that. So, he wore this hospital costume that they used to wear if you're in a hospital and you're admitted. Yeah, he wore that. I like it. Mechanic, he wore the mechanic, pullover. I like it. And then the last scene, the costume they all wore at that scene was so beautiful. It's like if they were now getting married, they had to now cheer up. Everything has now been sorted out. I like that a lot about this movie. So costume, I think they tick the box for me. Last two things I like about this movie has to do with the twist. There was a twist. At a point where Blessing didn't want to give herself to her husband because she was a virgin, the thing is too big for her, things like that. They brought in her bestie to come and seduce, or her bestie has to act as if she was taking her husband just to make open up to the husband. She wasn't doing that. So at first I was like, how would the best friend take her husband? Until they gave us that, oh, it was just a prank. I'm like, I was even relieved more than Blessing Obasi. That was a good one. They had me. They really did had me in there. And also, this brings me to the last part, which I like about this movie, is the throwback. Because normally Nosa's character in other movies, yeah, when things like this happen, he's always cheating. So when he was not cheating, I was asking myself, why? What could be so special about Blessing that he was not cheating? And today was a throwback of what Blessing actually did for him, the kidney transplant. She gave him her kidney when they were not officially dating, even though he liked her as a best friend. So that was like, he was very loyal to the wife, and that was really good, because it teaches you how to be loyal to your people, how to be loyal to your spouses, especially if they've given up something great for you. You have to be guy. You don't have an option. You just have to be loyal to them. And that was something you can learn from this movie. So that was something that I like about this movie. The throwback, giving us a throwback, not just telling us but showing us all the process, giving kidney, giving her money, see her savings just for this bestie before making it official to date and stuff like that. So that was something I really like about this movie a lot. So yeah, those are the things I like about this movie. What I do not like about this movie, I practically do not have a lot, but I have two things that I don't like about this movie. Now, when she found her bestie with her husband, she wasn't really fighting. I'm like, hey, she wasn't giving a fighting energy. Like, you love your husband so much, but you're not showing that you want your husband to be by you throughout this hard time and things like that. I'm like, is this what the script is saying they should ask? It's not giving. Nah, it's not giving. She wasn't giving a fighting spirit, and that's something that I don't like about her character. It was as if, okay, if you want to do, continue to do, until she realized, this my husband is sleeping away, what exactly is going on? I mean, that zeal to fight for something that you want or something that belongs to you was not there. That's what I'm saying. And that's something I do not like about this movie. Another thing I don't like about this movie is that we did not have a wedding scene. come on, traditional wedding scenes we did not have. I don't know if that is why they gave us the last scene where all the family were together, they were not happy. I don't know if that's what they're trying to make up that scene for. We did not have a wedding scene, nothing like that. Hello, traditional wedding scenes we didn't get. Why? This was almost a perfect movie and we didn't have that. Come on guys. Rating this movie, I'll actually rate this movie 6/10. Yes, I enjoyed this movie so much. So yes, I'm going to be partial like that. If you haven't seen it, Our Wedding Night, it is showing on Stanford Film TV 24/7. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you all in my next movie review.